diligently carried out his duties is something that has never ceased to amaze him. His zest for life is something that has continued to give him food for thought. He found himself waking up early each morning, even if he didn't have to, just to watch him do his duties while he sang happily. In fact, it has become a ritual which in turn became a high point of his own miserable life. From the first floor of his mansion, Mr. Coltrane watches Gardner tend to the sprawling garden with such energy and tenderness, and he couldn't help but admire and, curious enough, envy him his simple life even as a peasant. Though a billionaire, Mr. Coltrane has never known happiness. He worried about his many businesses and how it's faring. He worried about the workers if they were loyal and honest. He worried about his family, his children, and the friction and lack of unity amongst them, and even his wife's faithfulness bothered him. And this is the life of a man who have acquired wealth and power, but peace and happiness continued to elude him. One day, he decided to call his gardener and inquire the reason for his perpetual state of happiness. The gardener's answer practically deflated him. He was stunned, and for a long spell he didn't say anything but stared at his servant, his mind in great turmoil. He should dispose of his wealth. Only then would he find happiness. Everything he has worked for all his life, he thought. And suddenly, all his worries, his wealth, and everything else just dissolved into nothingness, and a strange feeling of peace engulfed his whole being. Life is not as mysterious as it might sometimes feel. The cockroach does not need to dress in royalty to live in Buckingham Palace. You don't need all the wealth in the world to be happy. We came into this world naked and empty, and we would most probably go out in nothing but our birthday suit. If your dream is to amass wealth that you actually don't need, you're probably asking for trouble. After all said and done, happiness lives within you. All you have to do is tap that button inside, just as you're going to tap the subscribe button at the end of the story. Come on, go ahead, do it. Please subscribe.